Today is a good one. If you are getting ready to launch something and you want to make sure that you are doing everything in your power to make that launch a success, then this is an episode for you. Or maybe you've already launched something. Maybe you've already launched a course or a membership site and it didn't go as you had hoped or planned. You didn't have as many people jump on board and purchase as you would have liked, and you want to make improvements for the next time. Then this episode is also for you. So I hear these stories all the time. And so I put this together, the 7 things that you can do that are really not that hard, that are going to help you increase your conversion rate to purchasers, which is going to increase your net revenue, which is exactly what you want so that you can scale your business, work a little bit less, and enjoy a whole lot more. You're listening to the Badass is the New Black podcast. I'm Krissy Chin, your host, here to teach you how to build an online business that you love and in a way that allows you to work a little bit less so you can enjoy a whole lot more. My hope is that you've showed up to today's episode ready to learn something new and will be inspired to take imperfect action in your business right away. I won't make you wait any longer. Let's dive in. What's up, y'all? Thank you so much for being here and being with me and allowing me to do what I absolutely love to do, and for trusting me here to help you and guide you on your journey. It really means a lot to me, and it really lights me up to be able to serve you. And I want to keep doing more of that here on the podcast. So I just wanted to let you know that I appreciate you. I appreciate you taking the time to listen. Appreciate you taking the time for yourself to grow and learn more. For those that do want more support than just the podcast provides, I have opened up my Scale to 6 coaching community, and it's only going to be open for 1 more week. So the doors will close a week from today, September 8th, I believe that is. They're closing, and the doors will not open again for, I'm not really sure how long, if I'm being completely honest. It could be 2 or 3 months. It could be 6 months. Haven't really decided yet. But what I do know is that next time I open the doors to the coaching community, the price is going to go up. So now is the best time to jump in, super low price, and to get that some exclusive trainings and ongoing support from me to help you scale your course or your membership offer to 6 figures and beyond. So if you're working on your course or your membership offer right now and you want some guidance, or you've already launched and are looking for more support to scale to 6 figures, or you want better systems and process to help you work less so you can enjoy and earn more, then this is where you want to be right now inside the Scale to 6 coaching community. I've already got students in there that joined in the last week when the doors opened, asking some great questions, some really cool people in there already. So they're already supporting one another. So it's a really great place to network with other digital creators, to collaborate with one another, be a part of a really supportive community that just really is there to lift one another up and lead in that service-driven space. So if that's you, and if you're looking for a community that likes to give, and you want to give, then join our community. And then also you'll get exclusive monthly trainings, live Q&As to help you scale to 6. All right, check that out, thekrissychin.com/scale to 6 to jump in. If you're listening to this in the future after September 8th, when the doors close, then you'll be led to a wait list. So you can jump on the wait list for when the doors open. And I'm sorry you missed it, but you can get in when the doors open again. All right. By the way, this topic that we're talking about today is really a great example of maybe what a monthly training might be about inside the coaching community. I go deeper with the trainings inside the coaching community than I do on the podcast. And of course, there's that ability to ask me questions about your specific business, and then we take it deeper from there. Maybe this training isn't perfect for you right now. If you're listening to it, you're probably interested, but let's say it was something that was released in the coaching community. Maybe it's not perfect for you right now. You're not at that stage yet in your business, but then the next month is perfect for you. And then when you get to that stage, you can go back and listen to the old training. So it's all really great. Of course, above and beyond that, you get to ask me questions about anything and we get to go deep. So again, thekrissychin.com// can't talk, you guys, scale to 6. Okay. let's get to the 7 ways to get more people to purchase in your next launch or the next time you run a sale, because you can absolutely use these strategies for a sale as well. And I know sales are really big around holidays, Black Friday in the States. I don't know that goes beyond in the world, Black Friday, if people do other things that time. But there are definitely certain times where people are prone to do sales. So you can actually take these strategies that I'm going to teach here and implement them. If you're in the beginner stage and beyond, this is a really great episode to be listening to. My Scale to 6 community already knows what I'm talking about when I say beginner stage and beyond. We have different stages in there in your business. So you get to kind of read through them and identify where you are. And then I've got things that you can be working on to scale your business, work less, automate more, and all of that in those various stages. So, all right, let's get to it. When you are launching or relaunching your course, maybe you've launched it already, we've talked about that, and you're going to relaunch. I want you to go through and see if you implemented these 7 things in your last launch. Okay. It's going to be kind of like an audit of your last launch. Did I do all these 7 things? Gosh, no, I only did half of these things. So next time I could do them to get more conversions and generate more revenue. Or if you're planning to launch, I want you to go through your launch list and have these on checking off. Yes, I did this. Yes, I did this. Yes, I'm implementing this one. Okay. Because these are going to be helpful. Let's start. Number 1, leveraging live video. Now you can do this in a live webinar or a live workshop. If you're launching a course or a membership site, maybe you've put together this live training for your audience. For your audience and potential customers, they have the ability to see you in action when it's live. They can hear your voice, video especially, okay? So like even dropping the live part, just video, they can hear your voice, they can see your expressions, they will get a taste of how you educate, which will speed up the know, like, and trust factor 100%. It will give them an example of maybe what your course will be like, or maybe what the membership would include if you're doing support like that. If it resonates with them and they enjoy the way that you teach and find value in it, then they'll be much more likely to purchase. So I did an entire episode on using video, leveraging video with Jack Revell, and you can go check that out. I think it was season 3, episode 21, if I'm remembering correctly. I looked it up before, but I'm like, is that the right one? I think it's 21. But we talked about the power of video. And one of the benefits to live video is also the ability to interact with people that are there. You can offer Q&A sessions. You can ask them questions to get them to engage, and you can interact with them even if they aren't necessarily there visually. You can't see them, but if they're participating live, they can ask questions and you can answer them. And that again builds that trust factor quicker if you're adding value, right? And that you'll be there for them like you were there for them right now. Now, I know you might be thinking, do I have to do live? Krissy, you love evergreen. Why can't I just do evergreen? So you can definitely do evergreen and set that up in your funnel and just let it play, which I do as well. And I think it can be really effective. The main point here is that it's video. The video is what helps deepen that connection a lot quicker than just audio. So like even with my podcasts, I end up recording so that I can put them on YouTube so that you can see my face if you want. Maybe you're watching on YouTube instead of listening via podcast. My husband listens to the podcast. He told me that the other day. He doesn't watch on YouTube, but someone might really like to watch and kind of see my face and my facial expressions and all of that. And so that's kind of deepening the connection, maybe even a little bit quicker than someone who's listening. So yes, you can absolutely leverage just video and not necessarily live video. But what I want you to ask yourself is 2 questions. Did I do video in my last launch, or am I planning to do video in my upcoming launch? Yes, no. And was it live? Yes, no. And so if you answered no to those, no, I didn't do video, or no, it wasn't live, then you could think about incorporating that into your launch or your next launch. Okay. Number 2. is offering an exclusive bonus or bonuses. So exclusive bonuses are something that is an extra incentive to get people to jump in. Maybe it's a training, maybe it's a template if that fits what you're doing, maybe it's an extra resource, whatever it is, it's obviously going to fit in with your course and membership. So with Scale to 6, I offered a bonus private session to anyone who was on my wait list before they jumped into Scale to 6. It was an exclusive incentive to take that action for what I wanted. And I wanted the wait list or the people to get on the wait list before the doors open. So for you launching, you want people to purchase, right? So having that exclusive offer is if you purchase, you will get this. Now, these bonus things are things that they either can't get anywhere else, which makes them really exclusive, or they could just be things that cost money, but they can't get them for free. Okay. So I prefer that they can't get them anywhere because it really makes them exclusive and really sweetens the pot. But if you have something that you already offer for sale and you know it's that perfect add-on and think it would be more effective as an exclusive bonus, then you could offer that for free as the exclusive bonus. If you're not going to use it for an upsell, then I say go for it. Okay, so write that one down. Do you offer any bonuses? If not, what can you offer next time that everyone would want? And we are really looking for everyone. We want everyone to say, oh, yes, I also need that thing. I'm going to get that when I jump in. Okay, perfect. Seal the deal, jumping in. Okay. Number 3 is offer a payment plan. So many times people aren't purchasing, they're not converting because they really can't swing it financially. But offering a payment plan will make that doable for them. So I've seen payment plans break down a $2,000 course into 12 payments of $191 or 6 payments of $383. I mean, get it to that odd number that you want, right? I've seen $397 broken down into 5 payments for $95. I did that for one of my courses. And it worked well. Typically, when you offer a payment plan, it is a much lower investment to pay up front than it is to do the payment plan. So a lot of people add 15% or probably anywhere between 10 and 20 is typical. So there's that increased cost for a payment plan. It makes the initial investment much lower, but over time you're paying a little bit more, right? So that incentivizes people to pay upfront, but it gives people the opportunity who really can't do that to be able to jump in with that. So 2 options here. You can offer this right from the get-go, or if you're doing a live launch, you could lead with your one-time payment and then just a few days before the cart closes, offer that payment plan. So if you're doing an evergreen funnel where you record the video, set up the funnel, drive traffic to it, and it just goes, then likely you're going to offer that as an alternative solution right from the get-go. So you're going to say pay up front, save 15%, or there's also a payment plan. You can pay XYZ over X amount of months or biweekly, whatever is going to fit for your audience and what you're offering. Most platforms just have the ability to do a payment plan option. So in Kajabi, I just set up a second offer, set that payment plan to be 3 payments of XYZ for 3 payments, right? Every month, or again, you can do biweekly or however you want to do that. And then they'll be auto billed. They'll pay, they'll be charged. Their card will be automatically charged. And then if they don't end up paying, then they will automatically revoke their access to the course. So automation is built in there, making it really nice and effective for everyone. Okay, so that was number 3, offering a payment plan. Number 4 is adding an abandoned cart email or an abandoned cart email sequence. So a couple of emails. Now, this is something that many people overlook. It's a little like when you're doing your Kajabi offers page, it's just a little box that says abandoned cart email, and then you pick how many hours. So many times people put stuff in their cart and then they realize, oh, I don't have my credit card. And then they don't purchase it, right? So like I've done this many times. I'm in bed. I'm like, I do not want to go get my card. So then they forget, right? And then they decide later after they've thought about it, I don't really need that. I don't really have to buy it. Or you just totally forget and therefore you don't buy it. So the abandoned cart email will send an email to someone who put something into their cart but doesn't buy it. So in Kajabi, like I said, there's a couple different options. You can select like to send 1 hour or in 6 hours, or I think there's another one that's longer than that. But that will send that email then. So if they put it in their cart and they don't buy, then 1 hour later, they will get the abandoned cart email that says something like, oh, I noticed you didn't purchase, blah, blah, blah. Are you still interested? Whatever it says. So this has shown to increase the amount of purchases for those who couldn't do it right then and there and then forgot. Now, I typically do a 1 hour or a 6 hour. So if you're doing a time sensitive bonus that's only available for 2 hours, if you're including that in, then definitely pick the 1 hour abandoned email to go out automatically. Don't let it go too long because, then it's like they've missed that window to get that bonus. So it's almost like that extra incentive, like, hey, you forgot and time's ticking, time to get that bonus, right? We want to do it when they're really excited about it. So I'd say 1 to maybe 6 hours, not too much more, because if they're not excited and then we're nudging them, the excitement has gone away and they're less likely to purchase. So don't make it too far out there. All right, number 5 is offer a PayPal as an option. Okay, I personally hate PayPal as a business owner, but I love PayPal as a consumer. So many times I am that person that I described before where I don't have my credit card. There's not an option to do PayPal or have kind of like Apple Pay or anything like that. And so I don't purchase it. I'm like lazy and I don't go down and get my credit card and then I change my mind, right? And I don't purchase. So you're trying to get the person who's me, who is willing to spend money and wants to pay, but it's kind of too lazy to go get their card. So having PayPal or some type of virtual wallet payment can be really helpful. A friend of mine, Melissa Litchfield, who I've had on the podcast, she runs an ad agency and she tested this out. And when she added PayPal as a payment option, she increased her sales by 4%. So that is actually really huge just by adding another payment option for people. So that's another way for you to increase your conversion rate and increase your revenue. All right, number 6, we're getting close to the end, you guys, is email twice on the last day. So if you are doing an open and close cart launch where you open the cart for a period of time and then you close it and they can't purchase after that, then 2 emails on the last day is a great way to get any last minute buyers. A lot of people are really afraid that they're going to bug their list and they don't want them to unsubscribe. So they're like, I'm not going to send a bunch of emails to tell them. But in a typical launch, you'll have a few sales in the beginning, and then the middle of the launch, it'll be kind of quiet and you'll probably get discouraged, like, no one's buying. And then at the end of your launch, there will be 50 to 60% of your sales because people wait until the last minute. But what happens if you aren't reminding them that the doors are closing and that this is the last chance? You could be missing out on 50 to 60% of your sales by not sending these emails. So yes, you need to send emails at the end of your launch. And I say 2 emails on the last day. You could do the day before, you could do, and then 2 on the last day. So 2 emails on the last day is a must. And then I typically do 1 in the morning, just saying like, hey, today's the last day, whatever message I've crafted in there to also help get them to pull the trigger. And then 1 late afternoon or early evening. And usually it's like 6 hours left. I don't want to do like 2 hours before midnight if that's when the deal ends or the doors close, because they're probably sleeping. Then they'll get it in the morning and they'll be like, okay, well, this is done, so I can't buy it. So not like 10 o'clock, like 4, 5, 6 o'clock, people are getting out of work. They're going to maybe check their email again after dinner because they're bored, whatever it is. Okay. But not too early. Okay. So number 7, this is the last one, you guys. Add a countdown timer to your email. So your cart open and then closing is creating that urgency that will increase the purchases, but then adding that visual countdown timer gives them the visual sense of urgency. So companies do this all the time with sales. So again, sale is another time to do this, right? Your sale is only lasting so long. So not only are we telling them the date, but we're giving that visual of you only have 2 days, you only have 1 day, you only have 8 hours. So whenever they open the emails, they have this countdown timer going on. So this happened to me many a times. I was actually realizing and noticing that more and more websites are doing it. And I don't know what kind of system they're using, but it's pretty cool because I'll log in or I'll go to the website. Let's say I was shopping for furniture, because this legit happened multiple times. And I would open up the website and it'd say like 30% off sale, 2 hours, till it ends. And then the timer would start counting down. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like I have to order because I want that 30% off. So I'm going to see if I can find something. So I'm like shopping there and normally I would like sit on it and wait. But I'm like, if I find something, like couches are expensive and 30% off is a lot. So if I find something, I'm definitely going to order it, right? To get that deal. And there's that countdown timer. As I'm shopping, it's reminding me, clock is ticking. There's not much time left, right? So it's getting me to take action right now, which is what we want. So if you're adding a countdown timer in your emails, you don't need to necessarily add it in every single email that you're promoting. Although I would say that if someone opens one of your early emails later towards cart close, then they'll see that timer is running out. Right. So it's not necessarily a bad idea to put it in there. In the early emails, I tend to just kind of put it towards the bottom. And then at least the last 2 emails that I'm sending on that last day, that timer is smack dab right at the top. I'll even put it above where I say like, hey, and have their name. So it's like, it is the thing that they are seeing. And they're like, what is this timer counting down for? Right. It also kind of triggers that curiosity. They see the timer counting down and they're like, oh, what is this for? Like, I don't have much time for let me read and see what it is, right? So it's that visual cue to pique someone's curiosity to find out more about what it is they could be missing out on. And then again, you could have this on your sales page as well. So you could put a countdown timer there. Now take these 7 things and either do an audit of your last launch or your last sale, and then go back and see which of these did you not do. Maybe that affected your results, and then plan for your next launch. Or if you're planning a launch right now, go and see, am I including these in my strategy for my launch? Because these things will help you convert more and increase your revenue, which is exactly what we want. If you are watching on YouTube, tell me which ones of these were maybe new to you. Are there some here that you haven't implemented and are excited to include next time around? Or maybe you are just getting ready to launch for the first time. You want to give it your 110%. So you want to include all of these tips. Tell me which ones you maybe weren't thinking about including. I would love to know. Also, when is your launch and what is it? I'm curious. Super curious. So tell me in the comments on YouTube. Huge thank you to everyone who's tuned in to this week's episode. If you're launching a course or a membership offer soon, or you have already launched one, want to be a part of the supportive community, get exclusive access to me to help you scale to 6 figures and beyond while working less, jump into my Scale to 6 coaching community, thekrissychin.com/, guys, I can't say that quickly. Scale to 6. That's the number 6. Nothing lights me up more than to be with you, to be able to answer your questions. So, don't sit in the space of overwhelm and overthinking to the point where you just aren't taking action. Come join us, be a part of something great. Allow me to push you, to hold you accountable so that you can scale your business with better systems, process, so you can enjoy a whole lot more in your life. If you are not yet on my email list, get on there. This is the place where I send the juicy tips. You can look forward to an email at least every Wednesday with new tips, tricks, updates, things that I'm not talking about on social media. And of course, the newest Badass is the New Black episode. If you found value in this, episode or this podcast, the best way to show your support is to subscribe and then share this episode or this podcast with a friend. I would appreciate it tremendously. If you share on social media, tag me, either Facebook or Instagram. I'm the Krissy Chin. Then you'll be entered to win some fun stuff. All right, that's it for now. Have a good week, and I can't wait to hear how your next launch goes. Until next time, remember, done is better than perfect, my friend, and to channel your inner badass and take imperfect action every single day.